Machete attack every 90 minutes in gun-free Britain. You know when people turn around and say, if you ban guns, it stops gun violence. Well, yes, technically it stops gun violence. But what it doesn't stop is people picking up other weapons and killing people with them. Or attacking people with them in this case. I get the whole argument when they talk about getting rid of guns and everything. I understand what they're saying. The problem is, though, it's a band-aid solution that doesn't really work. If you want to stop people shooting up schools and that with weapons, you want to find out exactly why they're doing it in the first place. Not just removing the tools that people use to do it. But let's jump into this article. Record machete attacks in the UK have shot up by nearly 5 times in just 3 years, with the majority in the capital, London. Sadiq Khan's doing a real bang-up job over there, isn't he? The huge number of crimes committed with the deadly sword-like weapons means there is an average of 15 a day in the UK, or 1 every 90 minutes. That sounds way too excessive for me. I'd have to check the stats on that. That seems like it's insane. Figures uncovered using Freedom of Information requests by the Daily Mail shows that the police dealt with 928 crimes involving machetes in the last 2 months of 2017. Holy damn! London saw the bulk with 425 of the attacks. How's that not doing the whole stop, search and frisk going over there, London? Funny, you know, you stop searching people when all of a sudden they seem to carry a lot more weapons on them. Funny that, isn't it? There were 99 in Greater Manchester, 77 in the West Midlands, and 29 each in Merseyside and West Yorkshire. Just 3 years earlier, the deadly blades were used in 100 crimes a month over the same period. Okay, so they've gone from 100 crimes a month to 928 crimes in 2 months. So that's like a 500% increase. Whoa, that's huge. As violent crime surges across the country and even faster in London, the long blades designed for chopping undergrowth appear to be a weapon of choice for criminals in the UK, which is governed by strict gun control laws. In January, Office of National Statistics (ONS) figures showed that in a year to September 2017, the police recorded 37,443 offences involving a knife or a sharp instrument. It really does make you wonder why people are running around with knives and sharp instruments over there. You know, I wonder what's changed over the past 20 years. This representing a sharp rise of 21% in an increase over the previous year, the highest number of blade attacks since record began 7 years ago. The rise in knife crime was larger in London, jumping by 38%, and gang-related acid attacks are also on the rise. I wonder who brought the idea of acid attacks with them. I wonder why we're having gang problems. Like, my God, am I the only person here that's seeing the relation between acid attacks and some race or religion and gang violence and another race or religion? Like, I wonder which religions or races are bringing these into the UK, people. You can't say it because then you're a racist. Across the UK, violent crimes overall surged by 20%. Gotta love that multiculturalism. Robbery shot up by 29% and sex offenders surged by 23%. Yay for multiculturalism! Since 2011, the number of offences involving a knife or a sharp instrument have been falling, but been rising in the past 3 years, the ONS explained. So, knife and sharp instrument attacks were going down, and then all of a sudden 3 years ago they started rising up again. I wonder what happened 3 years ago. Can't say it because you'd be racist or intolerant. London, under the leadership of Labour Mayor Sadiq Khan, has experienced more than 50 murders so far this year, surpassing the number recorded in New York City, over the same period for first time. Yeah, London actually now has a higher rate of murder than New York, which is really, really weird because they used to base films on the crime from New York. Like, for example, Death Wish. Like, New York's crime was so bad they used it as a base for vigilante justice. But don't worry, London, you're beating that now. Yay! For Labour! So, what's the takeaway from all this? Well, if you're living in London or the UK, you might want to consider moving. Also, if you do live in London and you don't have a machete, you're probably one of the very few people that don't. So it might be worthwhile going through and getting one of those. Everybody else seems to be carrying one. But look, at the end of the day, obviously this blows the narrative out of the water that removing guns makes the environment safer. No, it doesn't. It doesn't make the environment safer. People will just use other methods to kill people. You're putting a band-aid solution on something. It's simple. If you want to stop people from shooting up schools, you want to go through and find the cause. For example, dosing kids up on ADD or ADHD medication. Probably not the best idea. Giving them grounded up Ritalin, then at the end of the day, probably not the best idea. I've actually got a little very quick story about that. When I was going through high school, because I'm quite older, I went up and I got tested for ADD. Now, my difference with ADD medication was around 3%, but my parents, especially being my mother, wanting me to be the best at all I can be, she then suggested to the doctor that I should go on it to improve even more and be the best that I can. Thanks, Ma. But anyway, so when they went through, they started giving me 3 or 4 tablets a day. You took, I think it was like 1 at breakfast or something like that, 2 at lunch and 1 in the afternoon, something like that. It was like a total of 4 tablets. Well, 4 years later, I went up, because you go up and you do your revision test. They go up and they revise the test and everything like that. Now, there was no major difference between me from 4 years earlier than that was at this time. But for some reason, the tablets seem to have jumped from getting 4 tablets a day to, believe it or not, 19. Yeah, I'm not making this up. They wanted me to take 19 tablets of Ritalin a day. It was something like 3 in the morning, 5 at lunch, 5 in the afternoon or something like that, or something ridiculous. Take a couple at night. It was insane. It was a total of 19 tablets. Thank God I went up with my father at the time. Oh, father, still was my father, but yeah, father. And at the end of the day, he said no. He said, no, this is ridiculous. I'm not giving my son 19 tablets per day. And we walked out, and that was the end of it. Never went back, never did anything else with it. But it does make you wonder how many other parents sit there and take doctor's advice when it comes to Ritalin and stuff like that. Look, I know we're getting off the beaten track, but yeah, it just, drugging kids and stuff, probably not the best thing for their development. Also, probably not the best thing for their psychology. Going through and having broken families, not the best thing for their psychology. If you want to stop people from killing people, maybe we need to start treating the actual cause and not just removing the tools that people use to kill each other. Otherwise, people are just going to start walking around with shovels. Guess what? You still kill people with a shovel. So, what are you going to do? Spork control now or something? Make sure no one walks around with a spork? But guys, let me know what your thoughts are in the comment section below. Why do you think that people run around with knives and machetes and stuff like that? What do you think causes it? Do you think it's a bad family upbringing? Do you think it's importing third world problems into the first world? Do you think it's drugging kids? Do you think it's a mixture of all of them? Let us know what your thoughts are in the comment section below. Apart from that, guys, obviously this video has been helpful. Please smack a like. If you're new channel, welcome and subscribe. Apart from that, guys, I'll see you in the next demonetized video from YouTube. Have a great day and enjoy.